You cannot just ask customers what they want and then try to give it to them. By the time you finish it, they already want something new. Steve Jobs. Customers are like a river, always flowing swiftly, never standing still at one point. If we merely stop to ask what they want to drink and diligently go fetch it, by the time we return, the river has surged in a new direction, craving a different flavor. Jobs emphasizes, innovation is not a mirror reflecting current desires, but a torch lighting the way for future needs. A successful product is not merely the answer to today's question, but a lightning bolt that unexpectedly opens new horizons, making customers exclaim, "This is something I never thought of, but I need it." This image is like an artist weaving fabric, not waiting for the public to demand a color, but blending threads of light and shadow. So when the tapestry is unveiled, the world is stunned by its unprecedented beauty. In a rapidly changing world, the only path to failure is refusing to take risks. Mark Zuckerberg. The world is like a high-speed train hurtling forward. If you stand still on the platform, hesitating before the door of risk, you're choosing to fall behind. Risk here is not mere recklessness, but daring to step out of your comfort zone, daring to sow new seeds on uncharted land. Failure doesn't come from falling, but from never taking a step. Zuckerberg reminds us, in the whirlwind of the digital age, the only path to failure is hesitation, fear, and clinging to the outdated. This image is like a kite refusing to fly against the wind. It will forever lie flat on the ground while other kites soar high in the vast sky. Never fear failure. You only need to be right once in your life. Drew Houston. Failure is not a life sentence, but merely off-key notes in the long symphony of life. You may stumble dozens, hundreds of times, but those moments are like sudden rain showers, washing away the dust to reveal the path ahead more clearly. What matters is that one shining moment, one single correct direction is enough to transform your entire destiny. This image is like a miner wandering in darkness for years, digging through cold, hard rock until one final strike uncovers a radiant vein of gold. Failure attesting failure is not something to fear. It's the soil where the seeds of success take root. What's truly frightening is not daring to move forward, not daring to try, and thus missing the one chance that could change your life. If you want to grow, seek a great opportunity. If you want to build a great company, think about the problems you'll face before dreaming of success. Jack Ma. Growth is not just about reaping sweet fruit, but first planting seeds in challenging soil. A great opportunity is like fertile land, but to build a great company, you must learn to face storms, navigate obstacles, and endure the market's harshness. Success doesn't come from dreaming of heights, but from daring to tread through mud and thorns. This image is like a sailor. If he only gazes at the radiant harbor, without accounting for raging waves, storms, and the long voyage, his ship will never reach shore. Jack Ma emphasizes that the problems you face, financial struggles, fierce competition, and early failures are the crucible that forges resilience and strength for a great enterprise. Failure is merely a place to rest. It's an opportunity to start again more wisely. Henry Ford. Failure is not the end, but a stop along the long journey, like a traveler pausing by the roadside to wipe sweat, catch their breath, and check the map. Failure offers a chance to reflect, see mistakes clearly, and move forward with steadier steps. It's not a chasm swallowing dreams, but a hidden step forcing you to look closer before ascending to new heights. Ford emphasizes, failure is a gift, compelling you to rethink, adjust your approach, and forge a wiser path to success. This image is like a flame in a forge. Each time metal is heated and struck, it doesn't break, but grows stronger and sharper. So too with people failures are Ricardo the hammers that shape resilience. So when success knocks, you're mature, strong, and wiser than ever. To entrepreneurs, if you want to do something, do it now. If not, you'll regret it. Catherine Cook. In business, time is currency, and every moment of hesitation can let a golden idea slip through your fingers like sand. This image is like dawn breaking. If you don't look up in time, its radiant light fades into the void, leaving only the night of regret. Cook emphasizes, in business, decisiveness is the key to unlocking the door to success. Failing to act today leaves only what-ifs tomorrow, a currency no amount of wealth can buy back. Like a seed in a farmer's hand, if not sown when spring beckons, you'll never see the golden fields ripe with harvest. Come autumn, ideas have their own rhythm, and only by acting can you let them sprout. In the fierce arena of business, opportunities don't wait. They smile only on those who act while their hearts still burn with faith. One of the biggest mistakes people make is forcing themselves to be passionate about something. You don't choose your passion chooses you. Jeff Bezos. People often force themselves to love something because it's trendy, praised, or deemed a bright path by society. But passion isn't a beautiful coat you can wear at will. It's a mysterious flame that finds you and ignites at an unexpected moment. You can't force your heart to stir for a soulless tune, but a strange melody might make your heart tremble, urging you to follow it for life. Passion chooses you like a tide rushing to the shore, like a sudden gust lifting a kite to soar. It often comes when you least expect, while quietly experimenting, stumbling, or simply living fully in the ordinary. And when passion arrives, you'll know it's the invisible thread connecting your heart to the true meaning of your life. Instead of forcing it, patiently explore, experience, and open your heart, for in those experiences, passion will find its way to choose you. If you create a great experience, customers will tell each other about it. Word of mouth spreads like wildfire. Jeff Bezos. A good product may prompt a first purchase, but an experience that touches emotions turns customers into willing ambassadors, spreading the story far and wide. This image is like a candle lit. When you share its light with another, the glow doesn't diminish, but multiplies, illuminating the entire room. Word of mouth is the same, a single, heartfelt praise. A memorable experience can spread faster than any advertisement. In the connected age, word of mouth is like a small spark in a dry forest. It spreads instantly, beyond control. But the difference is, that spark can be a warm light if the customer experience is great, or a destructive blaze if they're disappointed. Thus, the secret to success lies not in shouting glossy slogans, but in quietly sowing memorable moments so customers willingly tell your brand's story. Either way, you have to think, so why not think big? Donald Trump. Thinking is unavoidable, so why confine yourself to the small, safe boxes of security? Thinking small is like standing at a mountain's base, gazing at the peak, but lingering on low, worn paths. Thinking big opens an entire sky where ideas become wings, carrying you beyond limits deemed impossible. This image is like a painter with a blank canvas. He could sketch faint, safe lines, or boldly splash vibrant colors across the frame. creating a masterpiece that leaves the world in awe. Thinking big doesn't mean chasing fanciful dreams, but daring to set sights beyond the present, so each small step moves toward a vast horizon. In truth, the effort to think small or big is the same, but the results differ, like a chasm from the sky. If it doesn't sell, I don't want to invent it. Sales are proof of usefulness, and usefulness is success. Thomas Edison. No matter how brilliant an idea, if it doesn't meet real human needs, it's just a forgotten trinket gathering dust on a shelf. Sales, for Henry Ford and other pragmatic inventors, are the ultimate test of value. It's like a mirror reflecting. If a product is useful, the market embraces it. If it's detached from life, no one welcomes it. This image is like a seed. No matter how fine, if sown on barren soil, it will never sprout. But planted in the right soil, it blankets a field in green. Sales are the same proof that the seed of innovation has found fertile ground. Success isn't about creating what you love, but inventing what the world truly needs. For usefulness is the bridge carrying an inventor's dream to human lives. Dissatisfied customers are your greatest source of learning. Bill Gates. Customer dissatisfaction is the clearest mirror of your products and services' weaknesses. A complaint may sting the owner, but if listened to, it's a priceless gift. This image is like a potter whose work cracks in the kiln, not discarding it, but studying each fracture to understand the clay, the fire, and craft a more perfect piece. Satisfied customers often stay silent, but the dissatisfied leave red ink on your blueprint. Each criticism is a brick, and if arranged wisely, you can build a sturdy house. Instead of dodging or defending, wise businesses turn every negative experience into a chance to improve, delivering fuller value to the market tomorrow. In business, data is invaluable. If we give it to someone else, it's surely a disaster. Jack Ma. Data is the lifeblood nourishing every business. In business, ideas may shine, capital may abound, but without data understanding customers, markets, and consumption habits, strategies are like a ship sailing without a map, doomed to lose its way. This image is like an invisible treasure. Every number, every data point is a hidden gem reflecting human behavior and needs. Whoever holds data holds the key to unlocking the market's door. Conversely, leaking or handing it to others is like giving your treasure map to a rival. The outcome is an irreparable disaster. In the digital age, data fuels artificial intelligence, predictive analytics, and personalized customer experiences. It's no longer mere numbers, but a priceless asset, a sustainable, competitive advantage. A business may fail by losing money, but it collapses far faster by losing data. We always learn from competitors about everything we can, but we never copy. To us, copying means death. Jack May. Competitors are unique teachers, offering invaluable lessons to reflect upon, to adjust, to rise above. But Jack Ma asserts, learn only, never copy. For copying is the shortest path to death, the death of creativity, of brand identity, and ultimately, death in competition. The competition Jack Ma paints is like a chess game. The loser doesn't vanish. They can sit back, study each move, and start a new game. In chess and business, competitors aren't enemies to crush at all costs, but challengers, forcing you to sharpen your mind, grow resilient, and wiser. A chess game only matters when both players remain, think, and challenge each other. In business, fixating on destroying competitors turns the market into a barren desert, stifling innovation, but competing like chess masters fiercely, yet respecting the rules. Their very existence drives you to mature endlessly. And most crucially, only unique creativity keeps a business alive. On the chessboard of commerce, success or failure in business depends more on the attitude of your thinking than your ability to think. Walter Scott. In business, two people may share the same intellect, ideas, and near equal resources, yet achieve vastly different outcomes because of how they approach, react, and persist through challenges. A positive, proactive attitude and daring to face failure makes the difference, while brilliance without the right mindset is like a powerful machine never started correctly. This image is like two rowers on the same river. One rows with optimism, calm, adjusting the oar through big waves, reaching the shore safely. The other with fear or pessimism, despite equal strength, loses direction or exhausts himself midstream. Business is the same attitude shapes decisions, strategies, and market responses. Walter Scott stresses, thinking ability is just a tool, but attitude is the force guiding the way. With the right spirit, failure becomes a lesson, challenges become motivation, and opportunities emerge within trials. You don't need a company of 100 employees to develop an idea. Larry Page. Creativity and idea development don't depend on scale, but on mindset, determination, and execution. A brilliant idea doesn't need vast resources or a large team to come to life. Even an individual or small group can make a big impact if they focus, experiment, and keep improving. This image is like a craftsman in a small workshop. Without industrial assembly lines, with skillful hands and dedication, they create unique products that capture the market's attention. In the startup world, many great ventures began in cramped garages with just a few people and one idea, but agility, sharpness, and focus fueled their growth. The core message: don't let scale limit your vision. Don't wait for a perfect army or resources to start. Act now, test now, let the idea lead. For action, not numbers or initial capital, decides growth. You must endure pressure. If you can't handle pressure, you can't become a great or successful entrepreneur. Donald Trump. Pressure is the raw material forging a successful entrepreneur. In business, challenges, risks, and life or death decisions are ever present, from managing finances, facing competition, to resolving internal conflicts. If you can't withstand and navigate pressure, the path ahead becomes shaky and prone to collapse. This image is like a climber on Everest's peak. Without fierce winds or harsh snow, the journey wouldn't test you and victory wouldn't feel complete. But pressure's harshness builds endurance, wisdom, and resolve, turning each grueling step into proof of grit. In business, pressure isn't the enemy, but a strict coach, teaching responsibility, quick thinking, and wiser decisions. The core message: no one escapes pressure, but the successful wield it as fuel, turning hardship into opportunity, challenges into launch pads for greater heights. The most demanding customers are your greatest source of learning. Bill Gates. Demanding customers aren't obstacles, but treasure troves of knowledge for refining products and services. They're the harshest judges, forcing businesses to face weaknesses, listen to details, and improve relentlessly. Instead of frustration or avoidance, wise entrepreneur turn compliance into precious leçons. This image is like a blacksmith sharpening a blade. Steel endures force and impact to become keen and sturdy. Demanding customers are those blows painful, tense, but forging better methods, finer services, and fuller experiences. The core message: cherish high-demand customers, for they don't just help you grow, but set standards, ensuring your brand stands firm in the market. Instead of seeing them as adversaries or nuisances, view them as the strictest, most honest teachers, guiding your business to maturity. The way to start anything is to stop talking and get doing. Walt Disney. Ideas only gain value when turned into action. Many spend lifetimes discussing plans, dreaming of success, but empty words yield no results. Disney stresses that starting doesn't come from promises or grand ideas, but from concrete, even small, consistent, persistent action. This image is like a painter before a blank canvas. Staring achieves nothing, but when he picks up the brush, dips it in color, and starts painting, the picture slowly takes shape. So too in business or life, action bridges dreams and reality. Each step, clumsy or imperfect, brings you closer to the goal, yielding experience and precious lessons. The core message: stop talking, stop guessing, stop delaying. Act today, for action alone turns ideas into value. I believe about half of what separates successful entrepreneurs from unsuccessful ones is sheer persistence. Steve Jobs. Success doesn't rest solely on ideas or talent, but largely on the ability to persist. Great ideas are common. Skills and talent aren't rare, but enduring challenges, staying steadfast on the long journey, separates winners from losers. This image is like a climber in fog and falling rocks. Slow, steady, patient steps lead them to the summit, while those relying only on initial strength or speed slip or quit halfway. Persistence is the quiet, constant wind lifting an entrepreneur's sails across a sea of challenges, pushing them forward, no matter the storm size. Steve Jobs stresses, there's no shortcut to success, and often, the difference isn't in bold decisions, but in never giving up, never flinching, always moving forward. Absolute persistence is the golden key, unlocking the door to dreams once thought unreachable. Customer service shouldn't be a department. It's the entire company. Tony Hsieh. Customer service isn't just one team's duty, but must permeate a company's culture and operations. Every employee, from tech to marketing to leadership, plays a direct or indirect role in crafting the best customer experience. When customer service is the foundation, every decision, product, and process aims to create real value for customers. This image is like a tree. If you only water the leaves and neglect roots and trunk, the tree struggles to grow. But when the whole tree is nurtured, from roots to crown, it thrives and bears sweet fruit. In a company, if every department sees customers as the core, the customer experience becomes seamless, consistent, and builds a lasting difference in the market. The core message: customers aren't one person's job, but the shared mission of the entire company. When the whole organization aligns toward customers, it doesn't just serve better, but builds trust, loyalty, and enduring prestige. If you want to grow, seek a great opportunity. If you want a great company, think of the problems you'll face before dreaming of success. Jack Ma. Lasting success doesn't come from dreaming, but from facing and solving real challenges. To grow, seek opportunities, not just those with shiny exteriors, but ones where you can create real value, learn, and mature. To build a great company, face problems, difficulties, and risks before dreaming of triumph. For how you handle challenges shapes a business's lasting growth. This image is like a bridge builder. Before dreaming of a grand bridge spanning a great river, they must survey rushing waters, ensure a firm foundation, and calculate each brick. Without those steps, the bridge will crumble, no matter how grand the vision. In business, identifying problems, preparing solutions, and learning from challenges form the foundation for great success. The core message: focus on opportunities and lessons from trials before dreaming of peaks, for true success begins with solving problems, not just grand ideas. To entrepreneurs, if you want to do something, do it now. If not, you'll regret it. Catherine Cook. Time is precious, and opportunities don't wait. Many spend lifetimes planning, thinking, or waiting for the perfect moment, but hesitation only breeds regret. To turn ideas into reality, acting now is the critical step. This image is like a seed in a farmer's hand. Sown at spring's call, it sprouts and grows. Delayed, it withers, and the harvest's chance passes. In business, every moment's pause can let a precious opportunity slip to another. Acting now creates momentum, letting you learn, adjust, and grow through real experience. The core message: stop delaying, stop just talking, act today, for action alone turns ideas into value, while delay leaves only regret. People don't care what you say, they care what you build. Mark Zuckerberg. True value is measured by action, not words. In business, creation, or life, promises or lengthy plans only matter when realized. Others judge you not by ideas or pledges, but by results, what you build, and the mark you leave. This image is like an architect drawing countless stunning designs, but without turning lines into structures, no one sees their true worth. In a competitive world, action and results are vivid proof of ability, vision, and resolve. The core message: let results speak. Don't let words outshine action. Build real value, and the world will notice. Our company's purpose isn't just to make the world's best products, but to change the world. Mark Zuckerberg. A business's mission goes beyond creating products to making a deep, lasting impact on the world. A company may craft excellent products, but without a grand vision, improving lives, driving innovation, or reshaping how people experience the world, its value remain limited. This image is like an artist, not just painting beauty, but inspiring, igniting belief, and opening new perspectives for viewers. In business, aiming to change the world forces companies to think bigger, create more, and own their impact. It turns every product, every service, into part of a greater vision, not just a commercial tool. The core message: great products are the foundation, but a world-changing vision is the compass guiding companies far and leaving a lasting mark. If you can't find a way to make your customers richer, you don't deserve their money. Drew Houston. A business's true worth is measured by how it helps customers succeed, prosper, or improve their lives. If your product or service doesn't deliver real benefits, any profit is fleeting, unsustainable. A truly worthy business creates real value, helping customers progress and thrive. This image is like a teacher taking money without imparting knowledge, skill, or inspiration makes them unworthy of the fee. In business, every product, service, or solution should be a bridge, leading customers to success, making your profit a natural outcome of creating value. The core message: focus on making customers richer, happier, or more successful. Wealth will follow, but taking without giving spells a short-lived business.